Respected Mr. Salman Khurshid, Mrs. Praneet Kaur, Mr. Jerry Halton, Mr. Dalbir Singh, Your Excellencies, distinguished speakers, delegates, friends, and colleagues, a very, very warm welcome. This is our third annual One Globe conference, and we are delighted to actually have good weather for a change in Delhi. It's been a couple of weeks of fog and pollution, so hopefully you will be enjoying the blue skies and the sunshine today. The name One Globe and our conference logo was inspired by a famous photograph of the Earth taken from space by a NASA satellite. When we look at the Earth from space, it reminds us that all 7 billion of us inhabit the same world. We breathe the same air, we drink the same water, we eat the same food, essentially. We share the same planet. Yet, each one of us is also very different. It is these differences that make us all interesting. While our shared humanity is something to celebrate, our differences are something to learn from. I once saw an advertisement which had a cat and a dog sitting adjacent to each other, and the tagline under it said, "We are so different, we have so much to learn." At One Globe, we look at India and South Asia and how we can learn not only from the world but from each other. With nearly 1.6 billion inhabitants, South Asia accounts for a quarter of the world's population. It is a region that has the youngest demographic in the world, and you will hear this over and over again. That means there are today 800 million people who are the youth in South Asia. And if you look at it from a different perspective, it is the combined populations of the United States, Brazil, and Indonesia, which all three of those countries actually fall in the top 10 countries in the world in terms of population. And that's just the youth of South Asia. At One Globe, we look at how India and South Asia can harness this large pool of talent and human capital, both for itself and for the world in the 21st century. I believe there are significant challenges in South Asia, particularly as it goes towards its journey of becoming a 21st century knowledge economy. These include some of the highest rates of adult illiteracy in the world, lack of quality across our educational spectrum, and shortages of teachers, a low internet penetration, a low gross enrollment ratio across most of the education spectrum, and more importantly, very limited exchanges within the region itself. But the entrepreneur in me also strongly believes that these challenges are what create the opportunity. India and South Asia can learn from the world's experiences, create a more sustainable economic growth, and lay the foundation of a knowledge economy that benefits not only this region, but the world. Robert Kennedy said, "There are those who look at things the way they are and ask, why? I dream of things that never were and ask, why not?" At One Globe, we will continue to ask, why not?